Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to our digital class. Today we will discuss about powers and exponents. Very large quantities like planetary masses and a very different small distance like atomic sizes are very difficult to comprehend and compare without the use of exponents. Such large numbers are very difficult to read, understand and compare. So in this chapter, we are going to study how to use exponents to express small as well as large numbers. Let us discuss. Now exponents. Very large quantities are very difficult to comprehend and without the use of exponents. To express repeated multiplication, we use exponents. If 5 is multiplied by itself 3 times, we write it as is 5 multiplied by 5 multiply 5 is equal to 5 raised to the power 3 is equal to 5 into 5 25. 25 5s are, that is the 125. Here 5 is called the base and 3 is called the power or simply exponents. Here 5 raised to the power 3 is called the exponential form of 125. This expression read as 5 raised to the power of 3 or 5 raised to the power 3 or 5 to the power of 3. In general, if x is a rational number, then the product of x with itself n number of time is denoted as x raised to the power of n. Here x is called the base and n is the exponents of power of x, and x raised to n is called the x raised to the power of n or simply x raised to power n. Here is example 7 square, that is called 7 into 7. Here 7 is multiplied with itself 2 times. So 7 into 7 is 49. Another more example, a raised to the power of 5. That means a is multiplied by itself how many times? Here power is 5, that is the 5 times. So a multiplied by a, multiplied by a, multiplied by a, multiplied by a, that is the a raised to the power of 5. Now 3 raised to the power of 3. That means 3 is multiplied by itself 3 times. 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. So 3 raised to the power of 3 is equal to 27. Another more example, minus 3 raised to the power of 3. Here base is minus 3. That means base is negative number. So minus 3 multiplied by minus 3 multiplied by minus 3. So we know that minus 3 multiplied by minus 3, that is the plus 9, because minus minus becomes plus, and 9 multiplied by minus 3 is equal to minus 27. So our answer is minus 3 raised to the power of 3 is equal to minus 27. Now minus 2 raised to the power of 2. Here same, base is negative number. So minus 2 is multiplied by itself with how many times? 2 times. Yes. Minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 is equal to minus minus become plus. So minus 2 becomes 4. Here observe that when the base is negative and the power is odd, the expression has a negative value. See on example number 4. And if the base is negative and the power is even, the expression has a positive value. So example number 5 according to the. So here is simple things that you should remember. When base is negative number and power is even number, that you should obviously get a positive value. And when base is negative number with the power of odd number, you should obviously get negative value. One more thing is that any number raised to the power of 1 gives the same number, like that x raised to the power of 1 is x. Another is 3 raised to the power of 1 is equal to 3. Here, the basic laws of exponents are very useful to do operations of multiplication and division in a numbers involving a exponents. So here first law is, if x is a rational number and a and b are a whole numbers, then x raised to the power of a multiplied by x raised to the power of b is equal to x raised to the power a plus b. So note that here is when both bases are same with the notation of multiplication, then you should obviously perform to the operation of both addition operation with the same power. Here is example, 3 raised to the power of 3 multiplied by 3 raised to the power of 4. So here 3 is multiplied by 3 itself, 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 raised to the power of 4. That means 3 is multiplied by itself 4 times is equal to 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. That is a 3 raised to the power of 7. We can get the same result using the law given above. Now applying this law, here 3 raised to the power 3 multiplied by 3 raised to the power of 4. Here base is same, that means we should perform the addition of powers. Here power is 3 and 4, that is a 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. Now answer is 3 raised to the power of 7. Now another rule is, our second rule is, if x is a rational number and a and b are two whole numbers such that a is greater than b, that means the value of a is obviously greater than the b, then x raised to a divided by x raised to the power of b is equal to x raised to the a minus b. That means when the base are same and powers are different, but we to perform the function of division, that means we should obviously perform the um, subtraction of power a and b, that is the x raised to a minus b. Here is example, 2 raised to the power 7 divided by 2 raised to the power 3. Using the given law above, 2 raised to the power 7 divided by 2 raised to the power of 3 is equal to 2 raised to the power 7 minus 3 is equal to 2 raised to the power of 4. Now our next law is third. If x is a rational number and a and b are whole numbers, then x raised to the power of a raised to the power of b is equal to x raised to a multiplied by b is equal to x raised to a into b. Consider this example over here, 3 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of 4. That means using the law given above, 3 raised to the 2 raised to the power of 3 is equal to 3 raised to 2 raised to the 2 multiplied by 4 is equal to 3 raised to 2 4s are 8. That means 3 raised to the power of 8. Now our fourth rule is, if x is a rational number other than a 0, then x raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. You should always remember, when any rational number to the power of 0, you get always the answer is 1. Here 5 raised to the 0, using the law given above, 5 raised to the 0 is equal to 1. Now our fifth rule is, if a and b are rational numbers and m is any whole number, then a raised to the power of m multiplied by b raised to the power of m is equal to a multiplied by b raised to the power of m. Here consider is, both base a and b are different but power is same, then we have to perform the multiplication of both base and common the power. Here is example. 3 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 4 raised to the power of 2. Here 3 and 4 both the base are different but power is same. What is the power? Yes, power is 2 and this is the same. So according to our rule, 3 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 4 raised to the power of 2. That means 3 into 4 raised to the power of 2. We know that 3 fours are 12. That is the 12 raised to the power of 2. And 12 raised to the power of 2. That means 12 into 12. That is the 144. Consider again that things. Now our sixth rule is, if a and b are rational numbers and m is any whole number, then a raised to the power of m divided by b raised to the power of m is equal to a divided by b raised to the power of m. Here a and b both are the different base and that is a perform over here a division operation. So both a and b are division and the power is same, that is the power is as it is, that is a by b raised to the power of m. Let us discuss these things over example here, that is a more easy. 4 raised to the power of 3 divided by 7 raised to the power of 3. Here 4 and 7 both are the different base and power 3 is the same. So according to the given above result, 4 divided by 4 raised to the power of 3 divided by 7 raised to the power of 3, that is the 4 by 7 raised to the power of 3. Now recap this all the laws here. The laws of exponents are, our first law is x raised to the power of a multiplied by x raised to the power of b is equal to x raised to the a plus b. Consider over here both the base is same and both the power is different. That means we should obviously perform the addition of powers. X raised to the power of a divided by x raised to the power of b is equal to x raised to the a minus b. Here condition is a is obviously greater than b. Now x raised to the power of a raised to the power of b is equal to x raised to a multiplied by b is equal to x raised to a into b. Any number x raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Consider over here when any numbers has power of 0, that means the number is answer is 1. A raised to the power of m multiplied by b raised to the power of m is equal to a multiplied by b raised to the power of m. Consider over here when the both base are different, then you should obviously perform the multiplication of both the base and power is same. So over here a multiplied by b raised to the power of m. Now a raised to the power of m divided by b raised to the power of m is equal to a divided by b raised to the power of m. Now thank you all of you. After this my all the topics you will be able to now define and explain with the example of meaning of exponent, state and apply the laws of exponent in any problems, express a very large or a very small numbers and write the expanded form of a number using the power of 10. Thank you.